What I am about to share with you all literally freaked me out. This is not a hack, this is not a trick, but this is a tip. I want everyone to be aware of what almost happened to me. This is a scam that involves iOS devices. If you have an iPhone, an iOS device, I need you to pay attention. And I need you to share this with everyone that you know that has an iOS device. Okay? Now, Androids, the feature is on Androids, but I think it's formatted a little bit different. I have an old Android and I could not get that thing to come on to save my soul so that I could see if it showed up the same as it did on my iOS device. Now, I tried to Google it and it appears that it's formatted and it's a little bit different, okay? But there are a lot of people out here with ISO devices, with Androids. Now, a lot of you all know that recently, back in February of 2024, which was only a few months ago, my Facebook page was hacked into. Eventually, the hackers deleted it. Now, this scam happened to me during the course of that time. And the thing that got me about the whole ordeal of the scam was they did not contact me. I contacted them, okay? And that's why I feel it's really important that you all know. When my Facebook page was taken, and it's still gone, I have my profile and I have my gardening page over there, but I don't have my main Cooking at Pam's Place page over there. However, during the course of that time, naturally, I was trying to get my page back. I was contacting Meta, Facebook, any link that was on Facebook's site, any link that led to Meta, any phone number that led to Meta, any email address that led to Meta, even a just regular street address that led to Meta. Of course, by nature, I was trying to reach out to them. Now, we all have heard many, many times that you don't respond to links and emails. You don't respond to phone calls you get. If someone's contacting you and asking you for personal information or asking you for anything, you do not give that information out. You can hang up and you can call the company yourself. And you can check that way. Like I said, Pam, okay? I contacted them. Now I'm not going to tell you how I got the number because I don't want to involve anyone else or anything of that nature, okay? But I legitimately received the number. How about that? I'm going to put that out there. I legitimately received this telephone number. And I reached out. And when I reached out to this number, I have found many numbers since that time. But when I reached out to this number, they answered the phone, Facebook fraud department. Okay? They answered the phone. I called them. Okay? They did not call me. They answered the phone, Facebook fraud. And I'm thinking to myself at this time, finally, I got somebody I can talk to and maybe I can get this resolved. Okay? Because at this particular time, I could see who the hackers were inside of my account. And so I'm thinking, okay, I got a little information. I can get this information. And I finally was able to reach someone in Meta. As a matter of fact, they didn't say Facebook fraud. They said Meta fraud. All right. They didn't even say Facebook. They said Meta fraud department. How may we help you? And I went into my story about how my page had been hacked. And they said, we're here to help you try to retrieve your page back again. We're here to go over things. They said, what devices are you using? I said, well, I have a PC that I use and I have an iPhone that I use. And they said, okay. They said, do you know if anyone has gotten into any of your devices? I said, well, they didn't get into my actual devices, but they did get into my account. And so they said, okay, well, maybe we can find out where they initiated this from. They said, do you have access to your iPhone at this particular point in time? I said, yes, I do. And they said, okay, we want you. Now, they did not have control over my phone. Okay, I didn't give them access to, screen record or anything like that. They said, okay, open up your I just get crazy talking about this, y'all. So forgive me if I'm kind of stumbling, because every time I think about it, I'm like, really? Really? How many people don't know this? Really? Because I did not know. I did not know, but I know now. So I'm sharing it. Anyway, back to the topic. They said, go to your iPhone and open up your settings. Now I just have my phone in my hand now, okay? They don't have control over it. They can't see nothing or anything. So I go to my iPhone in my settings. And they said after that, go to language and region, okay? Now I want everybody that has an iOS device to go here. Go to your settings, then go to language and region. When you get to language and region, they said, are you there yet? Oh, yes, I'm here. I see language and region. They said, scroll to the bottom. And I scrolled to the bottom. And they asked me, they said, do you see a dollar amount down there and a date? And I said, yes, I do. And they said, okay. They said, okay. They said, back out of it. So I backed out of it. And they told me, they said, that particular date and that amount is how much the hackers that hacked into your account are scheduled to take from your accounts. Now, let me show you what it is. Okay, so this is, I hope y'all can see this. I see it's glaring. Up here, it says language and region. I don't know how clear this is coming through. And down at the bottom, you scroll up, and down here at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see this, but look at it on your phone. Okay, here is a dollar amount, and here's a dollar amount, and above it, says a date. On this particular phone, it says 12:34 a.m. Thursday, August 29th, 2024. The first amount says $1,234. The second amount says $4,567. Now, this is my old phone. On my current iPhone, that dollar amount is $24,000. Okay, and the secondary amount is, I think, like $8,000, and it still has a date of August something. All right, and above that is what you need to pay attention to. But they move so fast. They said, okay, well, back out of it. He said, that is the date that they're scheduled to, between now and then, they will constantly be withdrawing money from your account. So we need to go in and block it to make sure that they can't do that. So let's back out and go and do that. So they're moving fast. They're moving fast. And I'm like, okay, what I did not get to see, because they didn't ask me about it, and I immediately looked at the date and the amount. Right above that, when you get your phone, that line up there says region format example. Okay. Now, when I backed out of it, they said, they named all the major banks. They said, do you bank at Bank of America? Do you bank at Truist? Do you bank at this bank? Do you bank at that bank? And me being me, that gave me my antennas to come up. And I said, not at this time. And they said, do you have Cash App or PayPal? I said, not at this time. And they said, well, we need to get into however you're using your money and transferring it, and we need to go in and block those settings. So we need to go into your actual banking accounts. And at that point, I hung up, okay? Because had I let them into my banking accounts, had I admitted that, oh yeah, I got this, I got that, I bank here, I do, they would have had me, okay? What you need to be aware of is that this dollar amount at the bottom of the phone, where it says languages and region, is on every iOS device, but above it, it says region format example. That ain't got nothing to do with your money. The only thing that's down there is that wherever you're located, it's telling you if you receive money like through Apple Pay or anything, this is the way it will be formatted. This is the way the date will be formatted. This is the way the time will be formatted. It don't have anything to do with you and your money. Please. Okay, if you call somebody, if you run into something like that with any of these social media platforms or anything, and you run into something, you call somebody and they're talking about this, they're the fraud department, and they want you to go to language and region. Oh, here, just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, do not do it. This format, everybody needs to be aware that if you have an iPhone under language and region, down here it is a date, a time, and two different amounts of money. That has nothing to do with you, okay? It is just telling you how the money, how the date, how the time is formatted in your region, okay? Had I not been me, I'm always, even if I'm like, I call them, okay? And even in me calling them, my antennas are always up when you say certain things to me. I go into protective mode. I go into all kind of modes, okay? So when they asked me, did I have this, that, and the other, the first thing I thought was, that ain't your business. I said to myself, that ain't your business. And that's why I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. And that's when they went on to tell me that they needed to get into those in order to stop this money from being automatically transferred between now and the date on there. And that date, because the date it's August. At that time, it was February, so we were like 6 months out. Okay? They said they had between now and then that they would be systematically, as money came in, withdrawing, and that dollar amount was the maximum amount they would be able to pull out. That's what I was told. Okay? Do not fall for it, people. Don't fall for it. I'm telling you. Find every iOS device you have, make yourself familiar with that, and tell everyone you know. Please share this to anyone that has an iOS device, which is an iPhone. This is my old iPhone, so it's not just something for a newer iPhone or whatever. I think this is an 11, and so it's old iPhones, new iPhones, it's all of them. But these hackers realize that a lot of people have no clue of what that means or whatever it is. So they use a scare tactic and they're moving fast. They're moving. They talk so fast. It's like, okay, we'll move here, go there, go there, go there. Okay, back out of it and go here. It doesn't give you an opportunity to really stop for a minute and look. I had to figure out, they went so fast after I hung up on them. They had gone so fast, I had to figure out, where did he tell me to go? Do you know I went to my settings? It was the only thing I could remember. I went to my settings and I pressed on everything all over my phone until I found it. All I knew was it was in settings and I had to scroll up. Okay? So please be aware. And anytime I know about anything like this, I will make sure I share it with you. Because we need to stay safe. We need to stay sound. And we don't need nobody messing with us like that, okay? So somebody else might not have been as alert as I was. And they might have said, oh yeah, I bank here, I bank there. Okay, well, let's go into it. I want to stop them. I need to stop them. They can't get my money because they answered the phone at a fraud department. And I called them. So can you imagine someone else that don't have these antennas I got that will call somebody? And that's it, y'all, because I could ramble about this all day. Please be safe. Please be aware. I'm Pam, and this is my POV. Think about it.